and it's loading up E74. E74 means there's a problem with the GPU and CPU, so in this tutorial I will be showing you how to take apart the Xbox 360, and then in my next tutorial I will show you how to repair the red ring death and clean the Xbox and put it all back together. Alright, so today I'm going to show you how to take apart an Xbox 360 in order to repair it for red ring of death. So first what you're going to want to do is make sure everything is unplugged. Sorry for the cuts on my hand, I got in a car wreck yesterday. Take out the hard drive. And you're going to want to take off the faceplate. Faceplate comes off just by pushing your finger right in here and pulling forward. Faceplate comes off. Next you're going to want to pull these out. There's going to be 3 parts you push in. Right here, here, and here, but this is my friend's console and he broke this, so I can just pull that off. On the other side, you'll do the same thing, but you gotta pull this with some force. And I'll give you an example. So, I don't know if you can see it, but I'll push it in right there, where it goes. Anything that can fit in the hole will work. Get off to the side. And then you're going to take the front of the Xbox, put something in between there, like a Phillips or something, or a flathead, and just make sure all these come off. So this Xbox has been poorly taken care of, so it might look a little different. After you pull that, one of 2 things. You can lift up the Xbox and pull it apart like that really fast in one clip, but you'll have a chance of breaking the case if you don't do it fast enough. So I'm not going to show you how to do it that way. Maybe I'll show you in another tutorial. But now on the back of the Xbox, you're going to want to push in all of these, push it in, and just snap it up like that. So, one, 2. Don't worry about the snapping noise, that's normal. That's just the plastic clips. And then there'll be one in the middle right here along the case. As you can see, I already got half the case open. So I'll go ahead and do the bottom 2 now. So I can push that down. But you're gonna want to start on you're probably gonna want to start on the end with this one, just because it's a bigger piece, and then you can just pull it off. If I pull enough of them off. Like I said, this console's been poorly taken care of, so these clips did break. Next, for this part, you're going to need a Torx key. Let me just find where I dropped one of them. The Torx key you're going to need is a T9. I recommend you have a magnet, so just put that right there. The only reason I say I recommend you have a magnet is so you don't lose any of the screws. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. In this case, since you're just taking the cover off, you're going to need to take out the screw here, 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 and here. Those are screws that keep down the top of the shell. But if you're going to do the repair, you're going to have to take all the screws out. So first, I'll just take out the screws for the top, and then I'll take out the ones for the repair. only reason I have the magnet there is just so I don't worry about losing the screws. Because all screws are magnetic. As you saw, there were eight little black screws in the middle of the console. You're going to need a T8 for those, which I have right here. You can get T8s offline for 99 cents. Just order them from China. They might take a little while to get here, but they're worth it. I have a bunch of toys, so if you guys need any, just message me on YouTube, I'll give you some. That was the last one, so I'm going to take that off. This comes up. But you're going to want to lift this up or just take it off completely. Just remove the button. It comes off. And then just fidget with this a little bit. They have a metal plating on the bottom. You don't need the metal plating. I recommend you remove it because, as you can see, the metal plating, it damages when it gets hot, so the metal plating just lifts right off. Here's the top of the shell. Put that down, don't need that anymore. This has a lot of dust in it. It's a relatively old console. It's an older one, but it has a Benki drive, so you're going to want to lift the drive out carefully. And you're going to want to detach these two cords right here. Or you can detach from the back first, it does not matter what you do. By the way, I'm just putting this all on the floor. You're going to want to push this down right here. This is the fan cover. Fan cover comes out like this. If I can push it down enough. You just push something in there, and this little clip will go back. Next you have the fan. The fan is a relatively tricky part to get out. Well, it's not actually tricky. You just gotta put something in between, pull up again, and the fan's out. There's gonna be a little cable in here, you just push it and wiggle it. It'll be different depending on what kind of fan you have. And depending on what kind of Xbox you have, these will be located differently. You might have a tube that comes up in here, that's normal. And then in order to get this off, you just clip it. Take your your T8. You're gonna want to unscrew these 3 screws. This right here is a ring of light board. You can change the color of these. That's not hard. I'll show another tutorial on how to do that. But after you're gonna want to be really careful with this main mechanism of the Xbox, because this is how you turn the Xbox on and off. And you can replace it, yes, but it's rather annoying because your Xbox will be like, it won't want to read it at first, so it might be screwed for a little while. You'll have to use the DVD drive to turn on the Xbox. And this just slides right out. And then we'll flip it over once more because we have everything out, and we'll take the rest of the screws out. So just bear with me while I take the rest of these out. And by the way, if you saw at the beginning, I'm repairing E74 red ring of death. This is the one red ring in the bottom right corner of the Xbox. And it means that under the X clamps, when I take it off, I'll show you there'll be 2 X's. They put these little heat pads down, they're like band-aids, and those are going to need to be removed and cleaned. I might do the penny trick on them, but I'm going to replace all the X clamps with screws so it'll flow the heat correctly. And just to show you how to do the penny trick, I might as well put that on there also. And the penny trick does sometimes work, but I don't recommend you doing it. This is a relatively long part because there's 12 of these, I think. Or no, there's 9. And when when you do this, your motherboard won't drop out of the case. You're going to have to fidget it out because the spot in the back right here is holding it in. So don't be worried about your motherboard falling out of your case when you do it. And if you look right here, you'll see all the screws are stuck to it. I haven't lost one screw. But if you lose those screws, if you're not putting X clamps on and you take your little black screws off, you're fucked. Guys, you need those, otherwise your Xbox will get overheat red ring instantly, and it'll say, what will it say? It'll just overheat instantly, and you won't be able to turn it on. And if you remove the screws taking out the motherboard and you try to put the screws back and you put them in crooked, you'll have to take the whole Xbox apart and put new screws in, or do the X clamp mod, which is a bitch to do. And here's the last screw. Flip over the Xbox, grab it by the heatsink, and carefully slide it out. Like I said, this Xbox has been fully taken care of, so careful's not the best emotion for me right now. And there you have it, we're down to the motherboard. I showed you guys how to take apart an Xbox 360, and in the next tutorial I will show you how to remove the heatsinks and how to repair Red Ring of Death. Alright guys, see ya.